Okay, this training video is going to how to be able to take a brand new Proline installation and create your first event. So first thing we want to do is we want to create a couple of configurations. So the first thing we want to do is create our location. This will be our arena that we want to set. We want to have our event ran at. So we're going to hit the yellow plus sign. Once we have our arena created, these are the main three pieces that we need to create. We're going to hit the save button. And the other thing we're going to want to have is our producer information, who's putting this on. Again, we want to have the city and the state. Those are the middle. You can put your website here, and this will create a link on your event so contestants can find your website faster. Again, we're going to hit save. Okay, so we're just going to set up a regular open event. Once we create it up here, now again, I've started typing. It'll allow you, but I didn't hit the yellow plus sign, so we want to hit the yellow plus sign first. Then we're going to save it. Now this is just going to be a straight standard open class. We're going to set it up for today. And there's our test arena that we created a while ago. This one we're just going to do a straight BBR 4D format. We have to have the class. The book's open, we'll just leave it at the 7 a.m. Book's closed, we'll leave it at the 10 a.m. Now this is your different options. For a single event, we just want to create it as a single race. We're going to enable the drag every 5 so our report will show. We're not going to allow any carryovers. We do want to enable the auto draw feature so we can have the ability just to right click and draw the contestant out. Enable penalty auto no time. This is going to depend on how you run your race. If you're going to run your race where whenever they hit a barrel down they're automatically going to be no time, then you want to enable this, because then this way you can actually just say give them a penalty, it'll text them their time, it'll show their time, but it'll still no time them in the system, so they would have known what they would have ran, but it'll still kick them to a no time. We're not going to worry about online entries at this one. Now up here you have your 4 notification pieces of Rodeo Go. You have your real time, your sync with the web, your draw and run notifications, and your pre-draw notifications. Pre-draw notifications are simply whenever as soon as you sign them up, it kind of goes off the old chip method. When you draw the chip, that was your number, and depending on how many chips got drawn, determined whether or not you were going to run that exact chip number or not. So technically, when you wish to draw that chip, whenever they get assigned a pre-draw number in Rodeo Go or in Proline, it will actually send them an email with what that pre-draw number is. Draw and run notifications is pretty simple. Once you true up the draw, or you process all the remaining entries and you kind of close those gaps, or if they are actually stay true to what they originally draw, it will send them another text message saying, hey, this is your run number, get ready, this is where you're going to be running. Sync with web and real-time results. Sync with web says, hey, this event is going to be, I want to go ahead and make this event push up to the website so it can be displayed by the contestants. Pretty simple. Real-time results basically is kind of exactly what it sounds like. When this is enabled, anytime you sign up a person or that you put in their time, it's immediately updating the web with what you're doing. So it basically gives your contestants a full view of what you're doing on your system, so they're not always up asking you questions. Entry fee, we're just going to do a $35 entry fee. This right here is actually the amount that actual rodeo that this event will pay off of. If I did a $5 entry or office fee here, what it's going to do is it's going to put these two together, which will be $40, and display it on the web as a $40 entry fee, but it's actually going to do the payout percentage based off of this one right here. If I had to enable added money, I can actually say, well, this event's going to pay out $500 as added money on top of this. If I'm doing my payout, I've got some all these right here are standard configurations based off the BBR, the MBHA, the IBRA, SBRA. I mean, as you can see, they're all here. So since I'm running a BBR40 format, I'm actually going to turn around and run a payoff of the BBR40 format. Exhibitions. This right here is simply will display on the website how much the exhibitions are. Configs and stuff, we'll get into that a little bit later on another training session. Since I'm running the BBR40 format, it actually has its own payout percentage, but if I wanted to override that and say this one I wanted to say I wanted to pay it 70%, I can actually just override it for this event. I do need to select my producer. There's Rodeo Go, that's the producer I created a while ago. I can put a link to my flyer if I have one on my website, and I can also do one for the entry form. Video providers. This is actually a pretty cool feature. We have 321 Productions and JF Video. If you have one of these two videographers at your event, you can simply select these, and whenever you select them, what you're going to get is our website will automatically knows what to do and will flip over to their feed and broadcast their real-time feed on the actual events page. And this one we're just going to say none. So this right here is simply, this is our event. We're going to save it. We're going to close it. I can see my today's events now. So when I click on my today's, this is how I refresh the page. You can see here's my event right here. Now if I want to sync this with Rodeo Go, I can actually just simply come up here to Web Sync, Sync Data. And then I can jump over here, and now I can actually hit refresh on Rodeo Go. And if I type in Rodeo Go, I can actually, there's my event right there. And now you can see that it's on the website, tells what I did, everything that I set up. Says who, when, where, why. There's the website, so when I click on that, it'll actually go to the website that I put in there. On here you'll have your pre-draw, your still runs, all this information. We'll get into a little bit more of this. So that's how you create your first event. If you have any questions, let us know.